Assalamualaikum, grade 3. This is the summary video for today lesson, subject science, unit 6, forces and movement, lesson 6.5, fraction, learner book page number 66, 67, and your homework for today, page number 37 from activity book. So let us start. First of all, learning objective, explore how forces, including fraction, can make object move faster, slower, or change direction. And also we solve the exercise. So let's start. First of all, vocabulary word, fraction, grip, smooth, and rough. What is fraction? Fraction is a force that acts like two surfaces rub together, like your hand when we are rubbing. So you can feel any kind of warmness. This is fraction. Some material cause more fraction than other. Obviously, if it's not slippery, so it's create more friction. So rub your hands together, feel them rubbing and getting warm. Yes, when you're rubbing your hand, you can feel it. You can get your hands getting warm like this. So when hands are rubbed together, friction act between them. So rub your hand together, feel them rubbing and getting warm. So like this here, friction less. Why? Because of slippery. Because of slippery. So you can go very fast down a slide. There will be friction between your cloths and the surface of the slides. That's why you're going from up to down because it's slippery. But if more friction, you cannot go down. If less friction, you can go down, but okay, not so fast. So friction available everywhere. If there is no friction, you can fall in down. Like if you're walking on a slippery in your home, slippery tiles, slippery marble in your home. So if you put water, you can walk it. It's okay. When you put water and try to run, you fall down because there is less friction between your feet and the marble because of water. So friction can start and stop things moving. You need the friction between the floor and your shoes to help you start walking. Obviously, you can walk on the floor because of the friction. The car moving on the road because of friction. And also can stop on the road because of friction. So if it's raining or something like this, you can say, so friction less, make it slippery. So there is friction between the bottom of your shoes and the floor, which help you shoes to grip the floor surface. This stop you from sliding. Okay, ice is slippery. Obviously, the ice is slippery. You can move on the ice. You can fell and down. So if your shoes is from downside, it's not have any grip. So if you fell down there, because ice is slippery, there is a little friction. Even you take ice cube from your fridge or freezer, sorry, from your freezer, and catch in your hand. So you can feel it. It's slippery. So there is little friction between the puck and the ice, and so the puck slides easily when it is hit by the player stick. So we are talking about this. If slippery, when it's someone hitting, so it start moving. So this friction between the ball and the bat help the ball to change direction. Okay, if you roll something across a surface, friction will cause it to slow down. It will stop at some point. Friction also help things to change the direction. For this, you have an activity to check the forces and friction. You can use a force meter to find out about friction. If there is, I told you in the last lecture about force meter. If there is more friction, you will need a bigger force to make something move. Obviously, you want to move one box or one cotton, so you cannot move it because of the friction. Okay, the material of the box and the floor have friction. So if you're pushing, you cannot push it. So you need what? You need something to move it. Plan an investigation. You will pull a trolley across different surfaces from a force meter. Okay, predict which surface will produce that most friction. Try using a very smooth surface and a rough surface. Simple. If you're using smooth surface, it's slippery. If you're using rough surface, it's not slippery. It's not slippery. On rough surface, more friction. On smooth surface, less friction. Okay, boys, I hope so you understand about the fraction. Fraction always act when two surfaces rub together. When two surfaces rub together, like your feet and the floor, different thing. If you're touching anything, you can feel. If you rub 2 or 3 times, you can feel you get warmer. So this is because of friction. Because of friction, we can walk and we can stop our body. We can stop a different thing. So if less friction and more friction, if more friction, so you can stop the thing. But if less friction, you can fell it down. The thing slippery, like on ice. And the size of the friction force depend on the two surfaces which are rubbing together. Let's solve the question answer. When does friction act between two surfaces? Between any two surfaces, the friction act. Okay, if I loves her garden slide, she finds that when she wear cotton cloth, she goes faster than when she wear woolen cloths. Explain why. Obviously, less friction between slide and cotton cloths. Less friction, so she can move faster. But when she wear woolen cloths, so there is, yeah, you can say it can you not move faster. Okay, not move faster. There is more friction when she wear woolen cloth. Okay, guys, take care. Page number 37, your homework. Goodbye.